It's Wednesday, February 23rd. My name's Juan Brown. You're watching the Blanco Lirio channel. And yesterday, two Utah Army National Guard UH-60 Blackhawk helicopters crashed while attempting to land in deep snow near Mineral Basin, Utah. It was all captured on videotape. Let's go inside and take a look and see what went wrong. This video comes from Corey Inman on Twitter. Unfortunately, he filmed in landscape view. Okay, this is the ski lift here near Mineral Basin, Utah. There's the base of the ski lift right here. Here is the landing zone on U.S. Forest Service land. This is apparently a regular landing zone for the Utah National Guard. The two UH-60s will be seen approaching from the valley in trail formation. I'm going to let this roll the first time, then we'll go back and break it down.
Sweet, look at that. You think it's the 10th Mountain Division?
GoPro, start recording. GoPro, start recording.
Oh, that one just crashed. Just crashed. I know. Too much upflow.
I hope people are okay.
I do too, man.
Too much upflow is a reference to the snow
Did both of them? No, just one of them crashed.
flowing up.
God.
Holy crap.
No, they got both of them. So coming into the drop zone in close formation, trail formation,
Sweet, look at that.
whiteout, brownout conditions are a fact of life as a helicopter pilot. You got to have a plan for this.
You think it's the 10th
When a
Mountain
helicopter gets into a whiteout condition, you lose visual reference just like in an airplane. Number two has lost visual reference. Number two is going to impact, his rotor is going to clip something and come
Oh, that
apart.
just crashed.
That rotor flying apart
Holy shit,
in
it just
turn
crashed.
apparently sends rotor bits into the tail rotor of the lead aircraft, taking him out as
Division?
well.
I know.
Two
Too
aircraft
much
down.
upflow.
When you get into a whiteout condition in a helicopter like this, you lose visual reference to the ground. And just like in a fixed-wing aircraft, when you lose visual reference to the ground, you suffer from extreme spatial disorientation. You have to have a reference on the ground, a visual reference on the ground from which to reference to safely land the aircraft, the helicopter, without drifting. Once you lose visual reference and you start to drift that helicopter, your chances of ruining the landing or crashing the helicopter are extremely likely. Another problem that can happen is you're down in the soup, you can't see, and you end up hooking a skid or a part of the helicopter onto the ground, and then you elect to go around, or the helicopter's still moving, and you'll do a dynamic rollover of the helicopter. If one portion of that helicopter is stuck on the ground and you're drifting and it's got power on it, that helicopter will roll right away. Can't tell from here if that's what's going on, but at some point, the main rotor of the number 2 helicopter contacts something, and then parts of that rotor, the main rotor from number 2 helicopter, takes out the tail rotor of the lead helicopter. Again, there are no instruments on, the helicopters are fully instrumented, IMC, IFR equipped, but this sort of a maneuver is strictly a visual maneuver. You need to maintain visual contact with the ground so that you do not drift the helicopter when you're landing in these whiteout, brownout conditions. And in Blackhawk operations, it's a crew concept. The crew chief is out there looking for the cloud of snow and dust and reporting to the pilots where exactly that cloud is as it begins to envelope the
that one just
aircraft.
crashed.
And the co-pilot should
Holy
be looking
shit, it
out
just
on
crashed.
the radar altimeter and helping count out the altitude to the touchdown point. But at some point, Somebody should have said go around. All right, issues with this approach. First off, they're doing a formation approach in trail formation. That's putting number 2 right smack dab in the whiteout conditions of the lead helicopter. 2, they're landing into a bowl condition here. That means they have very little visual references around this bowl to where the horizon is. Once you lose visual reference here, your only visual reference that you're going to have is either, for number 2, is either going to be the lead aircraft or these trees here in the area. Number 3, what's your briefing for your go-around plan? How are you going to, you've boxed yourself in here, your chances for a go-around, even though the Blackhawks are very powerful helicopters, your ability to turn left or right and get out of each other's way in the event of a go-around, especially a formation lost wingman style go-around, are very, very limited. So this brings up the judgment call in the training. Sure, we got to train and like we fight, but what is the big rush here? How many missions have we lost because we've lost the aircraft before the mission even gets a chance to begin? Take some more time with this. Why not have the lead aircraft come in and initially do a proper dust off of the landing zone? Though I can't tell from this video, it appears to me that there was no attempt to do an initial dust off of the landing zone and get an idea of what the conditions are actually like with this light powdery snow. And then, if nothing else, at least have the number 2 aircraft come in and land, not in close trail formation, but have him come in and land after the lead aircraft has landed. Again, I know you want to get your training done like the way you fight and come in quick and get your aircraft on the ground and minimize your chances of ground fire. But again, if you blow the whole mission before the mission begins, what's the point? Where was the training before this training began? I want to know, what was the briefing like that the pilots went through? What was the plan for a formation go-around? Do you do a lost wingman kind of procedure in the Blackhawk helicopters for a situation like this? And why would you want to choose to do a trail formation landing? Fortunately, in this incident, nobody was injured. If you look at the aftermath pictures of this, it appears that the number 2 helicopter is rolled over completely on its side, which would be indicative of a dynamic rollover event where you hook a portion of the helicopter and roll over until the main rotor contacts the ground. And if you look at the lead helicopter, it looks like the main rotor is fine, but the tail rotor has been completely sheared off, again, from debris from the number 2 helicopter. I do not think that the 2 helicopters came in contact with each other. I think it was debris from number 2 helicopter, which took out the tail rotor of the lead helicopter. So just like the 2 crashes prior in Idaho and in New York, we've got to ask the entire program, the training program, are we doing our training correct here? Are we pushing the training too hard? Are we getting realistic training out of this? Are we getting the proper level of proficiency and flying time? Are they getting enough flying time to remain proficient in their helicopters? This is not a problem with the airframe. This is a human factors problem, especially in leadership and training. Thank you so much for your support of this channel. Look forward to your comments in the comment section below, especially from you UH-60 Blackhawk pilots and crew members, especially those that have been there and done that and are no longer in the Guard and can speak freely about this. Thank you so much for your support. See you here.
Sweet, look at that.
GoPro, stop recording.
You think it's the 10th Mountain Division?
GoPro, start recording.
Oh, that one just crashed. Holy shit, it just crashed.
God.
I know. Too much upflow.
I hope people are okay.
I do too, man.